Forbes article. So I recently, this morning, actually had a new article published in Forbes. And although it's a couple days after the first day of spring, it is all about how to spring clean your entrepreneurial lifestyle, your mindset, and your business to really flourish and grow. So you guys know I'm a little woo-woo, and I do really focus on the importance of reflecting, taking time to do the inner work, because I'm seeing so many of us grind and hustle and go on with our online businesses, and I'm not really sure where it's getting us. To be honest, I see a lot of people talking about the same things as they were last spring, and I really want to give you guys an opportunity to supercharge your life, your business, get new energy, and know that it's going to attract more abundance and more clients, more inspiration into your life. So I'm going to break down sort of the three things that I outlined in the article, and I'm also going to expand on how you can start taking action on those ideas, because, a blog post is only so inspiring and helpful. So the first thing I must remind you all of is that dream life is real life, okay? And if you are still playing small, or your goals are the same as they were months ago, last year, it's time to dream bigger, because seriously, whatever you visualize on a daily basis, what you are looking at on your vision board, what you are seeing on your phone screen, like those are the things that start coming into your life. And if it hasn't happened yet or fast enough, I want you to literally set aside 5 minutes. You guys, I spend way more than 5 minutes just waiting for my videos to load. Like you're watching this right now. I know you have 5 minutes. And clearly, with emotion, visualize what you want, where you're going, how it's going to smell, how it's going to feel to get your first 10K client, to have your first 50K month, to finally be location independent, to have raving fans, all the things I talked to you guys about. I want you to actually be able to feel that, to experience that, and practice it daily. Because what we practice, we get really good at. And what we put into our heads the most is what we manifest in our outer lives. So if we are still focusing on fear and, oh, this didn't happen yet, or why isn't this working, or I've done so much, I'm ready for it to happen, act as if. I talk about this all the time, but I want to remind you how powerful those daily moments of it's real, I can feel it, I know where I'm going, and it's a huge and inspiring vision. Okay, so that's the first thing. It's just remember, whatever you dream is real. And giving yourself the opportunity to dive into the things that you really want and the emotions that you really want, even if it's just for a few moments a day. It's so, so powerful. So that also may include what is it that I really want? And I also am going to encourage you guys to get off Facebook, to get off of the internet, and quit comparing to everyone else who's growing a 7-figure business and getting a TED Talk and hiring a team and doing all these big things, because that's what they want, maybe. Okay, that's what they're doing at least. But is that what you want? And that's why that visualization exercise is so powerful. I want you to feel the way you want to feel. Hi, Nisha. I want you to picture in your mind what is true for you. And it is not being a contributor. It's not for all of you being a contributor to Forbes and going to Portland and then Boston and living in San Francisco, right? Those are the things that are happening in my life, in my dream life, in my business. But that might not be what you want. You might want to be home more. You might want to get a part-time job so that you reconnect with people and you aren't just in your bedroom all the time. Let yourself really dream and consider what you want. So stopping the comparison game, not spending as much time online, not being as much of a consumer. This is exhausting. It's time to spring clean the freebies, the opt-ins, the time on the internet looking at what everyone else is doing, and dive into what you want. Visualize it, and then we're going to create around your inspired, authentic vision. Okay, so again, that's really the first thing. Reconnect to what you want, your vision, feel it every day, focus on creating that, not consuming everyone else's dream life all the time. All right, so the next thing I talk about in the article is cleaning up your money mindset. You guys have heard this from me before. It is not hard to earn money. It is hard to master your mind and energy. So let's remember that money works for us. We do not work for money, right? Like, you became an entrepreneur because you enjoy the thrill of learning, of challenging yourself, of creating something different in the world, stepping outside of the status quo. So don't put yourself back in the status quo thinking that it's so hard. I have to stay where I am. I have to create the content everyone else is telling me to, right? This relates to step one, and having a more clear vision of what you actually want and remembering your why. Okay. Again, these are things that we hear, but as entrepreneurs, I know we can't hear them enough, right? Because we get stuck in this hustle, grind, get a project done, do this, do that. And it's like, okay, we all need to be reminded of why we're doing this. And you guys, if you're listening to me, it is not because you are obsessed with 50K months. It's because you love the search, the hunt for what is it that my audience needs? How can I best serve these people? What is the priceless offer that I need to share with them? How do I move them on an emotional level? Your clients, your followers, right? Like, the most exciting part of anyone's business is not actually like, let me enter your credit card. Yes, it will come when we are focused on serving people and we're so in love with the process. So shifting that money mindset, not that I work for money, but money works for me. It flows in and out of my business. I am generous to other professionals. I invest in my own personal development because I know that is when people will invest in me. And I love being a receiver, a giver, and a taker. Money works for me. I do not work for money. Write that one down. I hope that's resonating with you guys because I think it's so important in tax season and spring and the beginning of second quarter. We get so worked up on numbers and income and is this going to be my best quarter ever and XYZ. Like, fall in love with the process, the problem that you're helping people solve, right? That's really what we do as entrepreneurs, is consistently fall back in love with the problem we're so inspired to be solving. Okay, so the last thing, number 3, that kind of builds on all of this is, we can do anything we want. We want to create a dream lifestyle. We want to be our most inspired and authentic selves, and we're going to start focusing on what that actually means for us. Not for every other group leader and their clients, but for us. What is it that we want? And you guys, okay, like, if you don't want a 7-figure business, don't have a 7-figure business. Have what's going to feel right to you, okay? And then secondly, mind your why and think about money flowing easily. And it's not just about you building up your revenue. It's about you expanding your impact, being able to be more generous. Maybe money mindset. Money works for me. So keeping that in mind. And then the last thing is to create something new. Okay? So as much as it's important to enroll new clients, get your course monetized, all the money stuff, I want you to create something new. Even if it's just a new worksheet or a new Facebook Live for your people or an extra call for your clients. Use this season to create something new that's in alignment with what you actually want, step 1. And 2, this idea of giving before you receive is the law of the universe. Okay? No one that I have seen that's successful has ever said, receive and then you shall give. Right? I just had an Instagram post about this. I think it is so frustrating and disappointing, really, that so many people wait until I get my next client or until I have this many followers or until this much is in my bank account. That's when I'll go invest in a coach. That's when I will give more content for free. That's when I'll give to the charity. That's when I'll be nicer to my partner. And it just doesn't work that way. I want you to experiment with giving, even if you don't have. Giving a smile, even if you're faking it. Going and buying something that feels a little bit out of your comfort zone, getting an extra shot in your latte, even if you had, said, I'm not going to spend any money this month on coffee. Give it before you receive it. And the process of coming up, again, falling in love with the problem, creating something new for your people, is going to bring inspiration, and it will charge you to start attracting exactly what you gave. And let's remember, we don't just work for money, right? Like, you're going to be receiving energy when you give energy. You're going to be receiving inspiration when you give inspiration. You're going to be receiving community when you contribute to someone else's community. And remember that every single thing you do in alignment with positive intention is taking you one step closer to that big vision we talked about. When you're in inspired and intentional action, the more inspired and intentional action you have, the faster you get to your goals, to your dream life, to that number one vision we talked about. So trust the process. Give before you receive. Create something new. Understand that no one owes you money. There is no lack of money because money works for you. It's an added bonus of living this life. So the more that you can focus on where you're going, who you're serving, and how you want to feel this season, I guarantee you it will show up. Yes, in your bank account. Yes, in your energy. Yes, in your friendship circles. So I wrote this article for Forbes, and of course Forbes is very business oriented and speaking to business owners and folks that really need to start cleaning up their projects and their mindset. And by that, so let me take a step back. I wrote this article for Forbes because I see entrepreneurs getting so stuck in this do, create, grind, get it done, a new thing. And that's not what I'm talking about. I wrote this article to inspire entrepreneurs to take a minute to just be, to think about, what do I actually want? How do I feel about money? And then how can I start taking action? What can I create from a place of abundance? What can I create from a clear and open mind? One that isn't bombarded with the to-do list, with the Facebook feed, with the shoulds, with the I had this goal set, blah, blah, blah. They're doing this, they're doing that. What can I do this season that's going to nurture my why, that's going to inspire my community so that I can attract more of what I'm dreaming of? Okay, so I'm going to link the article in the comments. And if any of this is feeling like, great, Hannah, yeah, all right, go take a few minutes to think about my vision, feel it, woo-woo, and then create something. If that is feeling like even too much work, please send me a message. I definitely want to talk to you about how you can simplify your business this season. Try not adding something. I actually just had a call with one of my coaches about, I was feeling like this urgency that I wasn't doing enough, or am I doing enough? Or I was just like having this inner battle. And part of this article was inspired by that, in that, like, take a minute, don't add anything else to my to-do list, and just let it be. Let the basics be enough. Let it be simple this season. Focus on what you want to focus on and see what happens. So after that conversation with a coach, I decided, all right, I'm going to just think about what my actual vision is and how I actually want it to be. And you guys, I don't know if I want to keep, if a huge team is really a part of my vision, or if I need to hit, X dollar amount this quarter. I decided I want to work with high quality people that are ready to get out of information gathering zone, out of the overwhelm, off the $3,000 hamster wheel of online coaching or entrepreneurship, and start working with people who have a big vision, who understand the power of investing in themselves, who are not just looking to get rich quick or figure out how to monetize their blog, but who really want to contribute and change lives in a priceless way. So I journaled about that. I went on vacations. I took a lot of time, you guys saw, away from Facebook, and they're showing up. And so that's why I'm giving you these exact strategies, because it isn't always about how to brand your website or how to get more followers. It's so often about how to get back into your why and give yourself permission to let that be enough work, right? Because again, when you remember why you became an entrepreneur, it's not to put yourself in more boxes or to do more work. We get caught up in that, but we can let it be simple this season and every season. So like I said, if you find like this seems overwhelming and you're in a place in your life or business that is just like add, study, create, do, is this working? I don't know who I am or where I am. Please send me a message. I would love to connect, like I said, and get to know more of where you're at and what we can eliminate, what we can simplify so that you are truly creating the business of your dreams, not the business that everyone else tells you you need to have or everyone else is making. Okay, this is not a cookie cutter approach, that I'm not that kind of coach. I really get to know people and understand how can we make your life the most amplified, simple, beautiful, on purpose as possible. So if you're with me, join the group for sure if you're not in the Facebook group, and send us a message here on the business page. I'm going to be doing more lives here, and I would love to stay connected with all of you. And yeah, so again, join the Facebook group, keep things simple. Check out the Forbes article. That was the thing I wanted to share. I'm going to add that in the comments so that you guys can read the article, share it out, and help other folks find the simplicity and the positive and powerful mindset of money working for us this spring. Cheers, guys.